Welcome back, and here we have the base from the previous video. Now, the first thing I want to mention is thank you so much for all the support on the previous video. You guys absolutely smashed the comments, and I appreciate it so much. I read every single one of them. There was so much great advice in there. So today what we're going to do is we're going to amend this base, see if we can make it even better. We're just going to keep editing this base until we get it spot on. Now, there was one comment in particular that just kept cropping up. And it's that 15 block height distance to avoid the rage hits. So today we can't ignore it. We're going to have to implement some sort of system that includes this because it just seems to be the meta. Now, here's my issue. I hate building bases that go all the way up in the sky. I just think they look horrible. I know this doesn't look great because we've kind of amended it as we went. This isn't going to be the final build. I will do another video after this, start to finish build, once we've got all the logic down and we know it works. Today we're just going to add a bit more logic, see if it works. If it does, great, new video, here's the build. But for today, we need to implement this drop distance. Now, my plan, because I don't want to build a base that goes all the way up into the clouds, what if we created the 15 block drop around the base? So here's my thought process, and bear with me. Zombies come up, they attack. We take out anything that's here hitting. The stuff that falls down with our logic that we've created will just fall down into a 15 block drop. Now, because of the drop, they're not going to rage hit and hit the base. They're just going to come back out, rinse and repeat. That's my thought process. We're going to test that today. Now, the question is, you could do 15 blocks from here, as in 1, 2, 3, and so on. That would solve the fall from anything from here. But if anything runs over and falls in, it's not going to fall far enough to cancel out rage hits, so then it will be hitting the base inside the fall, the pit, whatever it is we're going to build. I don't know yet. So I think I'm going to have to do 15 blocks from ground level. That's the only way that we're going to get around this. I'm not sure how the stairs are going to work yet. We'll get to that. We're going to try and build a pit. This is the plan. Now, let's start by just carving out a bit of ground, seeing how it looks and going from there. Okay, so that's 15 blocks deep from ground level. It's a long way down. Now, this is why I don't like these style of builds, because on creative, sure, it's not a big deal. But in a realistic game, now, it took me long enough just to build this craft base. If you haven't seen that video, it's on the channel. It really is the real deal. It has everything you need. The lights are off at the minute. Very dark. Goodbye. But anyway, if you're building this on an actual survival game, it's going to take so bloody long to do a 15 deep pit all the way around your base. Basically, what you see these blocks here, I'm going to turn all of this into a 15 deep pit all the way around. So I'm going to get on with that nonsense, and I will be back shortly. Okay, progress review. Let's just fill in these missing blocks from the Horde night that we did, just so the base is fixed. Right, what have we got? I'll show you what we got. I've done 2 wide for ladders there. I've done 3 wide for ladders there. I don't think you're going to be able to put a ladder there and there, but we'll work that out when it comes to it. Done the same this side, 3 wide, 2. They're all going to be ladders. At the back, I've just done 2 here. That'll be ladders, and 2 here. I just think the back would be less, frequent that they'll be climbing out of. You can just build a base really high in the air, and then you don't have to do all this digging. I mean, that's why people do it, I suppose, You've got dig 15 deep or build 15 high. It's much easier to build 15 high than it is to dig 15 deep, for sure. I might just break this and put it up against the wall. I think that's the better move here. Let's do that. We're going to have 2 layers of these because they still register. So we're going to have 1 there, 1 there. And we're going to have 1 there, 1 there. Double layer scaffold ladders. Okay, character in place. Ladders are in place. Start Horde night. So this is just purely a test to see if they rage hit the bottom. This is all we want to know. Straight for the stairs. Yep, straight for the stairs. No rage hits. Yep, straight for the stairs. No rage hits from this one. And another one. Where you going, buddy? What are you pathing to? What are you going to do? Let's follow this one. Oh, okay, so he's rage hitting here. He didn't do it for very long, though. Did not do it for very long at all. Look though, they are rage hitting. This doesn't work. Okay, so this blue guy just broke that block from there. Now, realistically, if this does work, then this logic here should be here, and our fighting position should be over this, because now they're just going to fall on the force field, which kind of cancels out the point of it. But we'll still be able to see the random ones that run over. Will they run straight across this to hit this? That's all I'm looking for at the moment. So let's just see if they do here. Let's repair this. I want to see all of this is full health. It's all looking good. Okay. So he's fallen down. Oh, he's fallen down. What are we doing from here then? So we're hitting the wall. This doesn't look like it's working. But they did land on this from up there. This is kind of not the point. The point is, will they run over from not being up there? If they've fallen on the force field, it kind of cancels the force field out, right? This pole needs to be like here. I need to see like this guy, for instance. Will he run over? Doesn't look like he is. Right, I need to smash all of this out is what we need to do. So they might just stand here and hit the wall like they did before. But if they do, that means the force field works and we can do something with that. So he falls. Then he goes straight over. But then he runs away. That was weird. Falls. Interesting. Are we getting lucky? Have they just not decided to rage hit? If this is successful in the first couple of minutes and I can't see them obviously running over it, I'm going to switch to the player and I'm going to defend, run out the whole Horde Knight and see how much damage this wall takes. It doesn't look like they can hit the wall at all. It really does not. In fact, just to make this a bit more easy, I'm going to put these on advanced. I'm going to have them here like this. So I can defend the base, and I can still look down and see what's going on. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Why has that happened? Why has that happened? So they can get over the force field now, can they? Is that because I broke that for some reason? Was that something to do with me breaking these blocks? Because it was mint before then, and then suddenly they made it over. Let's replace that block. He's hitting it, look. Okay, so force field doesn't work. It kind of works, but then it doesn't work. I'm going to bring all this out one more, just in case that's the problem. I don't think you can make anything stop rage hitting on the bottom. I just don't think you can do it. The length of this pole is really ridiculous now. But that doesn't matter. What matters is whether this bit works. Then we can amend that bit. Okay. This, to be honest, is the final test. This is the last one. We've gone out free. We're 3 deep. Okay. Here we are. The last test. I've been recording for 2 hours and 19 minutes. This is the last test we're doing. I don't think it's going to work. I just don't think this system works anymore. But I wanted to try it as much as I can to absolutely be sure. Let's see now that they don't land on the force field if they can run over. He's already having a go, but he gave up, so that's cool. Okay, we got one over there, and he's attacking. Okay, what one's he attacking? He attacked this one. So it does still let him through and let him attack. So they're now attacking this one. Maybe they were just swinging and not doing anything. It's like when they one of them get through and start attacking a block, they all just get through. Okay, so final thoughts. You just can't do this system. I can't get this to work. A lot of people keep saying do it. What am I doing wrong? So anyone that has any advice that does have a force field or a drop system that does work, please put it in the comments, because I'm really curious to know how it works. At the moment, the only system I know that does work is the base that I've got. Like, so you've got your stairs, you've got your logic, you've got your scaffold ladders. You defend here like so. You just shoot away, defend, and then you have this system to take out anything that's attacking the bottom. Now I also have this here for the sides as well. I have it both sides, so I can literally defend every part of the base. I even have the back, which is very rare that that gets attacked anyway. It's normally the front. So you can kind of just defend off the front, look down, shoot anything that's causing some chaos down there. That's the only system I know that seems to actually work. Nothing else is working at the moment. Bang some comments down. Let us know what's going on. I'm glad that I know that this system doesn't work, because I won't keep trying it unless someone tells me another way to do it that does work. So anyway, bang something down in the comments. Let me know what you're doing. Anything that does work, please let me know. I would love to know. I'd love to build it. I'd love to put it in a video. But until then, guys, until then.